Hare Krishna devotees. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Udirayet Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naistiti Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Bhagavad Gita की जय मंत्राक्षर भागवतम की जय श्री चैतन्य चरितामृत की जय जय श्री गुरुदेव की जय वर्तमान सुनादन शास्त्र जन भगवत जन गुरु श्री प्रभुपाद जगत गुरु श्री प्रभुपाद की जय कृष्ण नेता गौर चंद्र हरि हरि बोल so Hare Krishna dear devotees. So today we are discussing Gita chapter 11 verse number 5. Thank you Sanjay for giving us a prompt. Now
Thank you,
who would like
Prabhu.
to give, please feel free to give your reservations, others can add after that. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Thank you, His Grace Amrish Prabhu, Her Grace Purn Pragya Devi Dasi Mataji, and His Grace Krishna Krishna Prabhu for organizing this class and giving us a chance to share our realization. So we are on Bhagavad Gita chapter 11, verse 5. Shri Bhagavan Vacha Pashya me Partha Rupani Sataso Atha Sahasraha नानाविधानि दिव्यानि नानावर्णाकृतीनि च श्री भगवान उवाच पश्य मे पार्थ रूपाणि शतशो अथ सहस्रशः नानाविधानि दिव्यानि नानावर्णाकृतीनि च श्री भगवान उवाच पश्य मे पार्थ रूपाणि शतशोऽथ सहस्रशः नानाविधानि दिव्यानि नानावर्णाकृतीनि च भट्टवर्षनोनम ट्रांसलेशन एंड purport by Jagadguru Srila Prabhupada. Jagadguru Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha, the Supreme Personality of Godhead said, Pasya, just see, me, my, Partha, O son of Pratha, Rupani, forms, Satsaha, hundreds, Atha, also, Sahasrasaha, thousands, Nana, Vidhani, variegated, Divyani, divine, Nana, variegated, Varna, colors, Akritini, forms, Cha, also. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, just see, my, O son of Pratha, forms, hundreds, also thousands, variegated, divine, variegated, colors, forms also. Translation. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, my dear Arjun, O son of Pratha, see now my opulences, hundreds of thousands of varied, divine, and multicolored forms. Purport. Arjun wanted to see Krishna in his universal form, which, although a transcendental form, is just manifested for the cosmic manifestation and is therefore subject to the temporary time of this material nature. As the material nature is manifested and not manifested, similarly, this universal form of Krishna is manifested and non manifested. It is not eternally situated in the spiritual sky like Krishna's other forms. As far as a devotee is concerned, he is not eager to see the universal form. But because Arjuna wanted to see Krishna in this way, Krishna reveals this form. This universal form is not possible to be seen by any ordinary man. Krishna must give one the power to see it. Yeah, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So, what I understand from this verse is that this cosmic form of Krishna is not eternal and not present in spiritual sky, as Srila Prabhupada is saying here. Only other forms are of Krishna are eternal. But Srila Prabhupada mentioned here that although it is not eternal, but it is transcendental. So Krishna is transcendental and his forms are transcendental. That's why it is called divine form. So anything which is related to Krishna is transcendental. Krishna's devotees are transcendental too. Three modes of material nature do not affect when we are in contact with Krishna. Although material energy is consists of three modes, but it is also said divine, and it is we studied that in previous chapters. Chapter 7, verse 14 says, Devi hi esha gunamayi mama maya durattaya mam evaye prapadyante maya metam tarantite. The divine energy of mind consisting of the three modes of material nature is difficult to overcome. But those who have surrendered unto me can easily cross beyond it. So here also Lord is telling that this divine energy of mind. So Srila Prabhupada are saying that inferior material nature is defined here is divine nature due to its divine connection and movement by the divine will. So when we surrender unto the lotus feet of Krishna and comes under connection with Krishna by our parampara, then three modes will not affect us. But it is depend on the level of our surrender. If we are holding back, then we bound to face three modes of material nature. Otherwise, but if we are 100% surrender, then we are safe. Another point here is that ordinary man cannot see this universal form. Only when Krishna grants special power to see it. But devotee of Krishna is not interested to see this form. But here we can see that Arjun is also devotee of Krishna. So, but he wanted to see, and in previous verses on this chapter, we studied that the purpose of one purpose of Krishna Arjuna's to see requesting this form to see is that in coming years people can see that Krishna's universal form, how it's described here, is how big it is, how terrifying it is. So something that big, something is extraordinary, people believe that it is God. Because normal two-handed, that's the eternal form of Krishna, Shyamsundar form. But that is because Krishna also said before that fools derides me when it comes as a human form. So it's where and they commit offenses like the instance of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. That's why he took sannyas because people started committing offenses to see him going in ecstasies. So, but as sannyasi, everybody respected sannyasis. So this is another reason. We've seen that in previous verse. So, and you need a special vision, special powers to see this universal form. So, yeah, these few points are realized from this verse, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Thank
Hare Krishna. Dear devotees. So thank you, Vishwa, for organizing this program and giving us opportunity to share our realizations. And thank you, His Grace Panpage Mataji and His Grace Krishna Sambarpan Krishna Prabhu, for giving all these opportunities to participate in this program. So, and thank you, Sanjay Prabhu, for your nice realization. So, Shri Bhagavan Vacha Pasame Partha Rupani Satshoth Sahashaha Nana Vidhani Divyani Nana Varna Kriti Nicha. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, my dear Arjun, O son of Pritha, see now my opulences, hundreds and hundreds of thousands of varied divine multicolor forms. So this is a continuation from the previous verse where Arjun expresses desire to see the universal form of Krishna. And Srila Prabhupada clarified why actually Arjun wanted to see Krishna's universal form. Because here Srila Prabhupada made this point very clear that as far as devotee is concerned, he is not eager to see the universal form. So Arjun is a pure devotee. So he still wanted to see, because in the future, as we discussed, that there might be some people, who want to cheat, might actually declare themselves to be incarnation of Krishna. Then Srila Prabhupada says that they also prepared to show this universal form to prove that they are the actual incarnations. So here, actually, devotee is not concerned. So as Sanjay Prabhu, he already explained this point that universal form is a material form, and it is not actually present in a spiritual world as like other forms of Krishna, other expansions of Krishna. They are eternally situated there. But this form, as material world, is manifested and not manifested as well. So it's not eternal. And Srila Prabhupada actually said that actually the eternal form, the eternal Shamsundar form, they actually devotees, they are actually meditate on this form, and it is possible to establish a living relationship, where there is actually reciprocation between Krishna and the devotee. So there are 5 different kind of relationship you can actually have with Krishna. But with the universal form, Srila Prabhupada says that it's not possible to love universal form. So I was actually meditating on this point, that actually why it is not possible. So as previously we discussed, that universal form is very ghastly form, for ordinary people, even for Arjuna, it is quite frightening to see the universal form. Whereas Sham Sundar form is actually all attractive form of the Lord, and as Govinda, actually he is actually gives pleasure to the senses. So it is possible to have that living relationship. But with the universal form, as I said, that is a very ghastly form, even Arjuna was frightened to see, So Srila Prabhupada made that point very, it makes sense what is said, that it's not really that actually you feel attracted to, or you can have a living relationship. So that is actually difference between this material universal form versus a eternal form. Second, actually point where I think Sanjay Prabhu already actually explained that Krishna, actually in order to see Krishna's universal form, one has to actually have a power to see it. So that means one has to actually qualify. So what is the qualification of Arjun here? So Arjun is a devotee of Krishna. He's a very dear to Krishna. He's a friend of Krishna. And he's surrendered to Krishna. So, and he's non-invasive of Krishna. So these are the actually qualifications. So Srila Prabhupada say you can also see it, but you have to qualify if you wish to see it. So that is actually point to learn that if you want to see Krishna, if you want to experience Krishna or realize Krishna, then we have to follow in the footsteps of Arjun. That actually here, because he's such a dear devotee and he surrendered to Krishna, as per his desire, actually Krishna is revealing this form to him. So that is actually the power of a devotee, So devotional service or bhakti to the Krishna is very powerful. That actually even any desire you have, that actually Krishna can fulfill that desire. So that is actually points I understood from this purport. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Okay, nobody else wants to speak. Okay, Hare Krishna devotees. Thank you very much for your realization. Just few points I wanted to share. Universal form is inferior. It's not superior. You require special eyes to see for devotee like Arjun. Universal form is a basic form from which a person who starts his devotional service or starts any yoga starts from the universal aspect of it. And then gradually he comes to the personal form of God. Please remember these points. If you have any questions on this, then please make a note of this question and ask me later on. After a few weeks, I can give more explanation. Now I wanted to just point out these 2-3 points only so that there is no misunderstanding in our understanding of the philosophy. And because Arjuna is used to see superior form of Krishna as 200, the Supreme Person of Godhead, for him to see universal form, he had to be given special eye. Okay? And for ordinary human beings, they require knowledge to begin with. That's how they begin with the universal form, and then they gradually go to the personal form of Krishna. Okay, I think I would like to stop with this point. If you have anything to say, any realizations or any question, please make a note of it. Question. and ask me later on. Okay? Thank you very much. I think nobody else wants to get the We'll complete the class today. Jai. Srimad Bhagavad Gita as it is की Jai.
Jai.
ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय.
Jai.
श्री श्री चैतन्य चरितामृत की जय.
Jai.
श्री गुरुदेव की जय. 40 वर्ष Srinadam, consistent and perfect with the Guru Srila Prabhupada. Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada की जय.
Jai.
Shri Nitai Gaur Chandru Premanand. Hari Hari Bol.
Hari Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna. Thank you
Hare
very much. Hari Bol.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare